What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. AROD Locks here. College football playoffs are upon us. They are this weekend. I'm going to go over two of the games on this video, and I'll do a separate video for the other two games. Both sides of the bracket are going to be on videos together. So today in this video, we got Indiana and Notre Dame. We're also going to be going over Penn State and SMU for this video. And then in the next one, I'll go over Clemson and Texas, that game with the Ohio State-Tennessee game. A lot of big fun action coming. Stick around. I'm going to go over the main betting lines. You got the spread, the money line, and the over-under. Before I get started, guys, drop me a like. It helps my video a ton. It helps the algorithm boost me out to more people so that we can get more people in on our community, on our army that we're building against the sportsbooks. Every day we're trying to take it to them, us versus them. It's our army. We're taking it, trying to beat them every single day. Win every single day, a little bit at a time. Some of you guys are degenerates. I get it. You're going to put up big, giant stacked parlays trying to win thousands of dollars on one pick. Like you're going to bet $5 and try to win $5,000. I get it. Some of y'all will do that, but realistically, we're trying to just build that bankroll, get wins every single day. As long as we're winning, we're not losing. You never go broke making a profit. So we're going to make some smart bets. I'm going to give you guys bets in my VIPs. You guys know that if you're a member of those. If you're making your own bets, this right here is just to educate you guys. Not necessarily educate you guys, but provide you the info you need to make educated bets. Okay, I'm not saying that I'm smarter than any of you guys. The books are smarter than all of us. I'm just here to give you all the info. So let's get right into it. You got the Hoosiers and the Irish. Indiana's 10-1. Notre Dame is 11-1. When we take a look at these lines and where the money's at, this game is wild. Let's get into it. Right now, the line is at Indiana +7, Notre Dame -7. Odds on Indiana is -105. Odds on Notre Dame is -115 to cover that spread. Looking at where the money's at, 55% of public bets are sitting on Indiana. 63% of the money is on Indiana. So more people are thinking Indiana are going to cover this spread. Let's look at the money line. Opened up at +220 for Indiana. Now it's at +225. So the spread is getting further away. Sorry, the odds are getting longer for Indiana to win this game. Notre Dame opened up at -275. Now they're at -282. Check out where the money's at right here. You have 87% of public bettors taking Notre Dame. 93% of public money is on Indiana. That is wild. That is rare to see where, for one, 93% of money is on a dog that's over +200 odds. We're sitting at +225 right now, so pretty long odds for Indiana to win this game. But you've got 87% of people betting on the Irish to win this. But 93% of the money of the handle is on Indiana. So I don't know. Obviously, we can't tell from just looking at the percentages. This is just going to be a guess. I'm going to guess there is some dude that threw down like $2 million or something crazy on Indiana to win this game. Somebody that's trying to get a huge win here. It could be multiple people doing that, or it could just be that 13% that's betting on Indiana are betting heavy. We don't know. We can't tell, but all we can tell is 93% of the money is on the underdog here. 87% of the bets are on Notre Dame. Take a look at where the line is moving. Line's moving in favor of Notre Dame despite all this money coming in on Indiana. So that tells you where the sharp bettors are. Take that for what it's worth. I'm just saying Irish are going to win this football game. I may not take this bet because it's -282 odds, so you're not going to win much. You will get a small profit. I have thought about doing like $10 on -500 odds picks for like 30 straight days just to see what we end up with at the end of the month. Just a little experiment. That's why I say $10, just something small as an experiment. But that's beside the point. Let's talk about over-under here. 51.5 is what it opened at. It came down half a point. Now it's sitting at 51 instead of 51.5. -109 odds on the over, -111 on the under. So the line moved down a little bit, and the money is on the under. So 54% of public bets are on the over, but 66% of money is on the under, and the line's moving down slightly. So line is moving where it should be moving here. More money on the under, line drops down. Even if it's just half a point, line still did drop down. This money line right here, this is the interesting one. I'm going to tell you guys right now, Indiana is not winning this football game. I'm just going to say it. They're not winning. Notre Dame is beating Indiana. Indiana's a fraud. If you're a Hoosiers fan, I'm sorry, but I don't think they're as good as people think they are. Granted, they are 10-1, so I'll eat my words if they go out there and beat Notre Dame. I'll be the first one to apologize, but I don't think they're going to do it. Let's move over into the SMU Penn State game. Looking at this one, SMU 10-2, Penn State 8-2. So you got Big Ten, 2-loss team, ACC, 2-loss team. Obviously, the Big Ten was better. In my opinion, Big Ten was the best conference in football this year. Yes, even slightly above the SEC, just barely. But I think 2 losses in the Big Ten is more impressive than 2 losses in the ACC. But you can only play who's on your schedule, right? So I'm not going to discredit SMU. I'm just saying Penn State's record at 8-2 is a little more impressive being in the Big Ten. Opened up at plus 8.5 for SMU, minus 8.5 for Penn State. It's still sitting at the same spread there. Odds stayed the same, minus 109 SMU to cover the spread, minus 111 on Penn State to cover the spread here. Looking at the money and the bet percentage, 49% of public bettors are on SMU. 57% of the money is on Penn State. So a lot of people think SMU is going to keep this game close. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but like I said, Big Ten's a little bit better. I think Penn State wins this game. The spread is an interesting one, though. I'm going to keep an eye on that. It's only Tuesday right now. I'm going to watch that as we get closer to Saturday, see what happens. And just so you guys know, I did not mention this. This game is Saturday. The Notre Dame-Indiana game is Friday. So make sure you get your bets in before the game on Friday if you're betting on Notre Dame and Indiana. Now let's look at the money line. Plus 260 is what it opened at for SMU, plus 256. Now opened up at minus 325 for Penn State. Now it's sitting at minus 325 still. So the line did not move for Penn State, but it got a little bit shorter for SMU. A little bit, they moved in a little bit tighter. Money and bet percentage, heavy on Penn State. 89% of public bettors are betting Penn State. 98% of the money is on Penn State. This here is where I'm slightly considering that SMU could pull off an upset. Not talking about tape or scheme or talent, just looking at line movement and money, where the money's at. Penn State better bring their A game. SMU, their odds got a little bit better. Granted, it's only slightly, 4 cents, from plus 260 to plus 256. But considering there's 98% of money and 89% of bets coming in for Penn State, and that line budged a little bit for SMU, that's something to think about. That's something to consider. I'm going to keep an eye on that one and watch it very, very closely as we move closer to game time. Looking at the over-under, 54 is what it opened at. 54 is where it stays. Odds did not change. Minus 111 on the over, minus 113 on the under. Books are thinking this one's going to go under slightly, just 2 cents better odds to take the under. But public is heavy on the over. 53% of bettors are taking the under, but 91% of money is on that over. So public is smashing the over. Line did not move. That's another one to keep an eye on. Maybe take the under. Maybe take an alt pick. Because if we're getting minus 113 odds here, if you can do like an alternate at 55 or 55.5, that may be a profitable bet for you still. And you're not going to get like crazy minus 250 odds or something. You still probably can get that one around minus 40, 140, minus 150. I have not looked. That's just a guess. Just throwing that out there. Don't quote me on that. But keep an eye on that one. I might take the under and adjust that line just slightly. Better to a key number for me, 55.5. But there's your main betting lines: spread, money line, and over under for SMU, Penn State, and then earlier for Indiana and Notre Dame. I do have some player props for you now. Let's move into them. And before I get into the picks, guys, I'm going to do these on 2 different DFS apps. And I'll kind of cover why I'm doing that as we go through the picks. But if you guys watch my channel, you know I like to find my picks, the picks that I want to take, and then I go find the apps that I want to take them on. Because we may get, for instance, 37.5, since I have Harrison Wallace pulled up here. We may get him at 37.5 yards on one app and 32.5 yards on another app. So depending on if I'm taking the over or the under, I might want to take it on this app over this app. So I get the picks that I want, and then I find the best lines and the best payouts on these different apps. Sometimes the pick that I want isn't on a specific app, so I have to use a different app. That's the case that we're going to run into right now. So the first pick I'm going to give you, it's already up here, Harrison Wallace, wide receiver, Penn State. We're going to take him over. It's actually 38.5 yards on Sleeper. You got a little bit better line here. 37.5 is what it's showing here. But it's a yard. Looking at his chart, it does not change much. Look at the graph. 38 yards here, so against Illinois, that would not hit if we're taking this line at 38.5 on Sleeper. So, 8 of these last 10 games, he's been over it. 9 of the last 10, he's been over this 37.5 line. If you can get this 37.5 line and you're on a sports book, take that by all means. That's a better line. But for you DFS guys, Sleeper has him at 38.5. So we're going to say 8 of these last 10 games, he's been over 38.5 yards. Consistent all year minus this one game on November 30th. Very consistently over this line. I like that one. Plus, looking right here, SMU is giving up 232.7 yards receiving per game, ranking 90th. Harrison Wallace is going over. Take the over on Sleeper. Then the next pick we're going to do on Sleeper is going to be Jeremiah Love. And the reason I'm taking Jeremiah Love on Sleeper with him is because the other app that we're going to use in a little bit, Dabble, they don't have the anytime touchdown for Jeremiah Love. This pick is my favorite pick of the 4 that I'm going to give you. Jeremiah Love to score a touchdown. Okay, look at his graph. Every single game, touchdown. If I click on 2024 to show the whole entire season, every single game he scored at least one touchdown. Granted, Indiana is ranked 7th in the country in giving up rushing touchdowns, but they're still giving up 1.8 rushing touchdowns per game. So if they give up one touchdown, more chances than not, I don't know an exact percentage, but it's more than likely it's going to be Jeremiah Love. This dude is an absolute dog. I cannot wait for this guy to go to the NFL and see what he can do. Jeremiah Love to score a touchdown. There's your 2 picks on Sleeper, guys. Jeremiah Love over half an anytime touchdown. He's just got to get in once. Doesn't matter if it's rushing or receiving. It's just anytime touchdown on Sleeper. And then the Wallace pick over 38.5 receiving yards. That's your 2 picks on Sleeper. If you don't have Sleeper, right here at the bottom of the screen, it's been up here for a little bit already. If you use code AROD when you sign up, all you do is bet $5 and you get $55 for free. So basically, you're going to get on the app, make a deposit, whatever you're going to deposit, bet $5 of it, and they give you $55 absolutely free. That you can just play 10 more $5 plays if you want. You can play a $55 play. It's up to you what you do with it, but you get $55 free. So use promo code AROD. I'm going to leave a link in the description down below for you guys to get on Sleeper. Super fun app. A lot of you guys are probably already on it because more times than not, if you're a sports bettor and you love football, you're probably playing fantasy football. And big time, like serious fantasy football players use Sleeper over like ESPN and Yahoo and all that stuff. Sleeper was kind of built and geared towards serious fantasy football players. So a lot of you are probably already on Sleeper. Just hit that picks tab down at the bottom there. When you make your first deposit, use promo code AROD. You'll get this $5 turns into $55 deal. Let's move on. Next 2 picks. These are going to be on Dabble. Like I said, sometimes I find a pick and it's not on one app, but it's on another. So I can't do all these picks on Sleeper because they don't have the longest reception option. So that's why I have Dabble. And that's one of those good reasons why it's good to have multiple sports books, because you can play them against each other, find where you can get the best money, and by finding good picks and finding an app that you can use them on, that gives you a chance to get the best money. So longest reception is not available on Sleeper, so we're going to go on Dabble. Before I get into Dabble, yes, I'll leave a link in the description down here. I do have a deal for you on Dabble as well. This one's $25 free. Use promo code SSWIN when you sign up for Dabble. You don't have to do anything. Just use SSWIN, that code, you get $25 absolutely free. They just put it in your wallet on the app. You can bet that 25 on this play. You can bet 5 of it on this play. Whatever you want to do, it's $25 free. Once you play through that, you can withdraw anything that you win. You can't just withdraw the $25. That would be stupid if they just gave you $25 to withdraw and go spend at Walmart or wherever you're going to spend your money. But anyways, SSWIN gets you 25 free bucks. Link in the description down here. So we're going to start out Omar Cooper over 17.5 longest reception. And guys, if you look at this graph, you can see why I'm taking this. He's had one in every single game except for 2 this season. Omar Cooper is their guy that they take deep shots to. He also he can catch some balls across the middle, turn them into big plays on his own. I'm looking at this graph, and I'm looking at the percentage of this thing to hit, and when I found this pick, I was like, wow, too good to be true, kind of a can't miss type of pick. Then I look at the graph, and it all just adds up. Let's look down here, guys, his receptions and targets. He doesn't get a ton of targets lately. He's not getting a ton of catches lately, but he's getting chunk catches, and that's all we need. He can get this on one play. That's one thing I like about these longest reception props is it's not like a rushing yards prop. Like, say, Genty. We took Ashton Genty over 180-something yards or whatever it was in that Mountain West Championship game. You can't hit that in one play. You need that over the entire game. These props that you can hit on one play, they're so likely to hit because it only takes one. It could happen on the first play of the game. So right here, Omar Cooper over longest reception. Sorry, over 17.5 longest reception. Lock that in on Dabble, guys, and then one more pick for you guys, and I'll let you all get out of here. I've been talking a lot. Brashard Smith over 18.5 for his longest rush. Again, it's a play that can happen on one play. Looking at his graph, he has had a rush for at least 19 yards in every game except for the one against Virginia back on November 23rd. Look at this graph. If that doesn't tell you enough about why you should take this pick, I don't know what else to tell you, but that's why I'm locking it in. This one's pretty cut and dry, just like the longest reception. There's no reason to overthink this shit. The graph shows it all. What they've done, we have a full season body of work to judge our picks off of now. Back in week 1 or 2, it's hard to use trends to make picks, but now we have a full season to look at. So lock that in, guys. Brashard Smith over 18.5 longest rush. Yes, I realize on these slips, I mixed up the picks. I got a Notre Dame pick here with a Penn State pick here, and then I got a SMU pick with an Indiana pick. I get it, crossing games here. But like I said, I just wanted to find picks in these 2 games that I liked, and then go find the apps that I want to do them on. Thank you guys for watching. There's your picks. I'll leave it up here real quick. Jeremiah Love over half a touchdown. Omar Cooper Jr. over 17.5 longest reception. Brashard Smith over 18.5 longest rush. Those 2, the longest reception, longest rush, you got to play on Dabble. And then Harrison Wallace over 37.5 receiving yards. The Love pick and the Wallace pick, those are over on Sleeper. Guys, like I said, links in the description down below. For Sleeper, use code AROD. For Dabble, use code SSWIN. That'll get you those sign-on welcome bonuses. Don't miss out on free money from these apps. Get everything you can from them. If you like my stuff, guys, hit that subscribe button down here. I appreciate any support that I can get, and I'm doing this for you guys. Make sure you guys have all the betting info you need. That's seriously why I'm doing it. All right, I do this stuff regardless. I always research my picks and do this whether or not I'm making a video. So I figured one day about 6 months ago, I was like, why don't I just make a YouTube video and help other people out that don't have time to research this stuff, and you can listen to this on your drive into work. Whatever it may be, whenever you're watching my stuff. If you like it, hit subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I post a video, there's a little bell down here. Hit that notification bell. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all next time. Let me know in the comments who you got winning these games, who you got winning the Natty. I just want to know what you guys are thinking about these college football playoffs. It's going to be fun. I can't wait. 12-team playoffs now. It's just going to be a wild ride. Kind of like March Madness, but even better now because it's football. Football is my favorite sport, so I'm partial to it. I'm excited. Let's go. Let's win. Let's have a day. Let's have a weekend, I should say. Thank you guys again.